Hey guys, and welcome to episode 4 of our free-to-play to bond series on the account Not a Brokey. Just want to say a massive thank you for all the support on the videos, for likes, for comments, and the previous episode of this series as well. Went down really well. So in this video, we're going to jump in and do some more money making, a little bit more crafting, as well as starting to line up a couple of different money making methods as well, just to expand our range of money making methods and make it a bit more diverse in terms of money making. Now, if you have any ideas about methods which are working really well on free to play, drop them in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please drop that subscription. It really does help me to be seen by more and more people. And let's go and jump into it. Right, so we have finally moved into some other money makers. Now, I haven't finished making the necklaces in my bank, but I thought I was actually going to prepare some video ideas for the main account, like some money makers and stuff. And I found that Bones Bananas at the minute are currently around 9 mil profit an hour. So we've gone and put in a big offer for some bones, really cheap to actually buy that quantity of bones as well, which is nice. Still waiting for these emerald necklaces to sell, but we'll update the offers when we decide to go and sell the others. And this is what I mean by having other money makers available. At the minute, I'm trying to hold that price on the emerald necklace, but if I didn't have anything else to do, I would simply be sat at the Grand Exchange waiting for them to sell when I could go and be doing something else. So now I'm going to sort of rotate between necklaces, and then I'm going to have bones to bananas, but also I bought some bronze bars. Now, 2, maybe 3 series ago, I did do bronze hatchets. So I smithed bronze hatchets, and for whatever reason, they sold around 10,000 coins each. And looking at this, they're going to do it again. Bronze hatchets are going to come in absolutely clutch, and at the minute, they're not buying for 25k. So what I'm going to do is probably put in a ridiculously large offer just to see what price they are going to sell for. I mean, they're not even selling for 100k. So what I'm going to go and do now, actually, is go and rattle off a few easy smithing levels. Other system updates going to happen, and we're going to put something like 28 in at a reasonable price. You've seen there that none are buying for 100k. They're not going to sell for 100k, but maybe they might sell 50k. So because I'm going to be doing other things in terms of like making the necklaces, doing bones to bananas, I can put in an offer for that sort of bronze hatchet for a really high price. And the other nice thing as well is that it's going to level up my smithing. So smithing was something I was going to do anyway. I was actually going to go and do the knight sword, but just so I've got some of these on the Grand Exchange, I'm going to go and make some bronze hatchets and then probably do the knight sword a little bit later on. The knight sword essentially gets you like 30 smithing really quick just for doing one quest. And I just think that's going to be better to do rather than sort of like go through a little bit of the painful side of smithing. So as you can see here, like I've got to go and heat up all the stuff. Really a little bit annoying. So we'll just go and do this. Just go and make all these axes. And then we'll put them on a Grand Exchange. And even if we sell for 10,000 coins again, that is an incredible way to make some profit from pretty much nothing, which can be completely AFK as well. Smithing also gets incredibly good around the adamantine rune stage as well. So if a combination like the knight sword, as well as a fair bit of the bronze smithing as well, can get us to that point, I am more than happy to go and push for that as a sort of a priority at the minute as well. So yeah, not doing too bad. I will go and finish the necklaces today because that's going to be a large bit of investment cash. The bones are a little bit hampered because they're 10,000 every 4 hours. So really, I could put a big offer in overnight and we can go and get back sort of 80k a day. That's going to be a real big thing because if we could do 80,000, probably take me like 2-3 hours to go through those in terms of making them into bananas. That's going to be a fair chunk of profit, and we're going to motor through like the levels. And this is why it was important to start building up a serious cash stack, because a serious cash stack means we can start buying big bulks of items to go and process and then make the money off that as well. So that was the plan all along. We can now smelt bars faster, which is nice. Bronze bars is actually a really good way to make some cash. They're really cheap. They're about 2,000 coins for a bronze bar, which, yeah, doesn't sound it, but is cheap for bronze bars. And I'm surprised that that's not been something we've done for money making so far. But this is going to be something I'll keep you guys updated. So I'll go and put these 10 in the Grand Exchange. We will then go and complete all of our necklaces so we can put those on the Grand Exchange and hopefully make a bit of money from those. And after that, we'll dip into doing some mage. I do need to get 15 mage first before we're able to do bones to bananas, but I'll go and hunt out some chickens and we'll do some really easy combat stuff, which is nice. And yeah, just finally getting a bit more variety in the series. I've looked at all you guys' comments as well, so I'm going to try and like chip those in. There's a couple of things which are a little bit sort of later-ish once I've leveled up, but I did see a comment about chickens, so hopefully that is in the video once we are here as well. But thank you all for commenting. It really does help me out. It gives me the chance to make more variety, else knowing how I would do a series, I would kind of find 3 or 4 methods and just stick to those. Whereas I want to include as much variety in the free-to-play gameplay as possible, just to keep you guys insane, but also to give you guys more ideas which I sort of put out in the money-making videos I do and all the content I do. It just gives you guys more and more options to go and make some cash with as well. So we shall see. Right, I'm going to put these in for a little bit less than what I was thinking I was going to do. Let's go 38,272, and let's see if we can sell those. If those can sell for that kind of price, that would be mental. Even if they don't, the mid price is actually 3,000 coins, so we will make 1,000 coins for every bronze hatchet. But these are one of those items you can quite comfortably just leave in the grand exchange, and it will eventually sell at some point. But I've done 100 of the diamond necklaces, so we're going to go and finish those off before the update happens. Then I'm going to go and do some recording on the main account. But I might AFK some stuff here. It depends on what happens with the hatches and stuff as well. But I will see you guys very soon. We'll update. Probably going to squeeze 65 crafting, maybe even more actually. You get like 90 XP per diamond ones. We might actually get somewhere towards 70, which I think like in free to play with free to play training is really good. But I'm going to leave you guys there, and I'll see you guys soon for an update on where the cash stack is and where we've gone in terms of selling stuff and buying some more supplies as well. Okay, so as you can see by my inventory, I have just gone and smithed a full invo of bronze hatchets. Now you might be surprised to say that after about 2 hours of recording the previous clip, where I've put the bronze hatchets in for about 25k each, all 10 have sold. Now I didn't anticipate that to happen. I thought I'd have to drop it down to like 10,000 coins each. I basically logged off, recorded some videos on the main account, and they have all sold. So what I've done is gone for a bigger test batch. So we're going to go for about 108 or 106, no, however many 4 inventories is. And we're going to put them on a grand exchange for the same price and then see if they sell over the next couple of hours. If they do, this will be my AFK going forward. Now, these 4 inventories I've literally made while I've cleaned up the office, gone for a shower, just have this account just AFK away. And the nice thing is that we've also picked some smithing levels up, which makes bronze like smithing now even quicker. We've been able to get all the level benefits to where we can go and smith quicker. So grand exchange, these have sold for 38,000 coins. Wow, I put them in for a lot more than I thought I did. I thought I only put them in for like 25k. So 38k or whatever price that was is an incredible price. So what I'm simply going to do is just bang it in for the same price. And if these sell for that, I will be very, very happy. Like I said before, I've always looked for some AFK stuff, and one sold for 162. Wow. Obviously, I don't imagine there's much more in there as well, but someone was just waiting to see what the price would eventually sell for. So that's a little bit worrying in one sense, because you'll have someone interested in like doing this method as well, and competition will cut prices down. But what I'm going to do is throw it in the grand exchange and see what it sells for from there. Now, bones, we've bought some more bones, which is nice. The emerald necklaces, I'm just going to go and check the margin for, just because they haven't sold, and I imagine they've come down a little bit. So let's just see what they're selling for, because it might be the case where it's only come down 100 GP per necklace, but I'm leaving it on the grand exchange for that long. It's not. It's come down quite aggressively, actually, to 3.5k. That is almost too cheap. So we'll put that in. We'll put it in for 4.2k. Still really good profit, still over mid, and we'll move on from that. But if those bronze hatchets can sell anywhere near that kind of price, I will be exceptionally happy. And we'll just do bronze hatchets AFK while doing other stuff on other accounts. And then we'll just go and fund more into the bone pile. So I've still not even completed all my necklaces yet. We've still got a decent chunk of diamonds and emeralds to do. That'll be tonight's project to go and get those finished. But I'll be logging in every now and then just to check on those hatchets to see if they do sell. And as soon as they do, we'll go and make some more and we'll move from there. In terms of smithing, it was a really beneficial thing to do for smithing, because smithing is something you'll make a lot of GP from with smithing anyway. But level 13, it just gives us access to do the Dorix quest if you wanted to. We can heat iron 33% faster. We can now do iron ore as well. Can't make double bars yet, so it's not really worthwhile. We've had to log off because it was AFK too long, but we've missed like 1 to 10. But all that is extra bronze bars if you wanted to. That's pretty decent. We can smith bronze faster as well. And we've got bronze at full heat, which is really, really nice. So yeah, I'm going to go and sort of go away, do a bit more editing, do a bit more stuff, and we'll return back a little bit later on. I'm going to log myself off here, so when we log in the next clip you guys will see, we'll be checking the price of the bronze hatchets and if we've sold some, and just giving an update on everything else. Okay, so we have spent a little bit of time crafting away, and we are now going to come in with level 66 crafting. 15k off 67. And not too bad. This is kind of making it a bit future-proof if it ever went into members. Not that we are going to continue the series there, because we now have access to all the battle staffs, and battle staffs will be more than good enough to go and basically make a bond just by crafting those. So that would be really, really nice. But yeah, 66 crafting is what we've got from there. We have some big updates to do. So 45 of the 112 hatchets sold. So because of that, I basically panicked and went and made a lot more, just in the hopes that they do sell. So we've actually sold a couple of these for higher than 38k, which is absolutely wild for that to happen. Now, I think someone's caught wind of just how good these are, so the hatchets might have to be dropped down, but to be fair, they're selling 38k at the minute. Like, it really can't be that bad, even if we have to drop it down. If it's going to sell for like mid-price, we're still going to make some profit, and I think we've done well enough off the sort of 150 we've already sold to be pretty comfortable with the profit we made there. So again, it might be something where at some point we might do some more. It's just whether they sell or not. So they're currently selling for 14,000 coins, which, you know what, that is still a massive profit. So we'll just go and bang all of these in. And to be fair, that kind of price, it is still very good. So if those can sell overnight, again, that would be another big chunk of cash. The diamond necklaces, I price checked the margin a little bit earlier on, and it was just under 7,000 coins. I'm just going to drop it a little bit, just because I might have got price checked and someone has dropped their price. So we're going to make about 6.7k each. Hopefully once they all sell, that'll probably be like 4k profit-ish, maybe a bit more actually. But yeah, that'll be some really good profit. The emerald necklaces have once again absolutely crashed, which is great. But what we're going to do is just put them in for slightly higher, leave them sell, and go off and do some other stuff. Now, we've got a decent stack of bones, which is really nice. 3.5k is still profit, but it's just not enough in my opinion. So we'll go and venture off and see some other stuff really soon. Now, I need to go and change the filters because for whatever reason, oh no. So bones to bananas is going to be the next thing we can do. And again, this is why I mentioned this a little while ago in the first episode. This is why having multiple money makers is so good. So while the hatchets are selling, while the necklaces are selling, I've got 30,000 bones to basically go and level up my account and also make some profit from. And hopefully by the time we've done all those bones, we've got to a point where something out of this list is sold. Probably won't be the emerald ones because I'm really going to try and like hold that margin. But we can go and make some profit with that as well. So I'm just going to put these in for 4.2k. It's not as good as what we got yesterday. Yesterday, I think we got like 5,000 coins. Yeah, 5.2. But you know what? We'll take what we can get and it's still going to be profit. I think at 4.2k, we're making 1.6k per necklace. It's okay. I think the diamond are really going to cover for that one instead. However, it's time to go and do something new. So we've bought the 1,000 natures and then the 2,000 waters. To go and make bones to bananas, we're going to need some earths as well. So when we go to Zaf here, we're going to buy an air staff and we're also going to buy an earth staff. So the earth staff will save us from the earth we need to buy. And the air staff is what we're going to be using for combat. So while we're here, we'll kit ourselves out in the trusty full wizard because we need to go and get 15 mage. So 15 mage is the level we're going to need to do bones to bananas. Once we've got to bones to bananas, I think that's all the combat I'm going to do. Normally, I would sort of like camp chickens for quite a while because it's such a good way to make some cash. But we're kind of past the point at which chickens are helpful to us. Like at the minute, if we go and check how much our cash is, we are valued at 18.5 mil, which is incredible. And I think as well, in that price check, it doesn't value the bronze axes at a high price we're selling that as well. So we might be pushing 20 mil at the minute. And once we burn through all of those bones, I think we'll be roughly around 15k. So we are moving and moving very quick. So the simple goal is just go and get 15 mage. We're just going to go and train on some chickens, but you could also do things like cows or goblins or literally whatever you want. You just want something which is low level and you can go and train on them very quickly. Now, something which is quite important because it catches quite a lot of players out. When you first start, all your combat settings are going to be on shared. So if you go into settings here and go to combat XP, you can then select what your XP wants to be. So because we want to train magic, we're not too bothered about defense. We just want to train magic quicker. Just untick the defense box and then you'll just get magic XP only. So that should really help. Now, I'm going to go over here to the north of the bank and it's going to take us to one of the farmers. Quite a lot of chicken spawns here. You've got this and the chicken pen to the northeast where you can go and do them. And literally, that is going to be it. It's going to be a bit slow actually killing chickens for like the first couple of levels. But then once we speed up and get a couple of magic levels and sort of move from there, we'll do a lot quicker in terms of the speed. So this is going to be me for a little bit. I'm just simply going to power through to level 15. Once we're level 15, we'll go through and pretty much break down. I am going to still pick the chickens up though, just because I think it's too good GP not to really. And I think we'll still get something like 200-ish kills. So we'll definitely go and do that as well. So at the minute, we can only do the one ability, but as soon as we get more and more magic levels, we'll unlock more abilities as well. So if you're someone who's starting a brand new account, it is very beneficial, especially for the early game, to do magic because it's so easy to level up. You unlock teleports, not that you really need them with a load certain network, but magic, especially on the lower level, is very strong. There's a couple of abilities which are very good for pathing bosses and still doing damage at the same time. So if someone's going to start brand new accounts, I always recommend magic just because I think it is the best one to do. So I'm going to go and do some magic training. Though that is going to wrap the video up today. In terms of the next episode, what we're going to be looking at is jumping into Mage a bit more and setting up that bonus bananas to start to print off a serious amount of cash on the account. Now, if you have got any suggestions of money making methods which are working free to play, make sure to drop in the comment section down below. Really hope you guys are enjoying the series. Let me know if there's anything I can change or improve the series to make it more enjoyable for you guys as well. Thank you so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.